What's up guys, this is Hylian Mum, and today in Subnautica Below Zero, I'm going to help any new players find the fragments for the Seatruck. So I'm here at Delta Island with the Delta Station dock beacon. It is to the south of your drop pod locations, and in between Delta Island and the drop pod location are some biomes, the thermal spires here, and then the twisty bridges. And the Seatruck fragments can be found in both of those biomes. You only need to scan 3 in order to obtain the blueprint. And I suggest trying the thermal spires. While you do have to deal with Cryptosuchus, they can't really get you if you have your sea glide, and they don't really kill you, so you can always heal. But the twisty bridges, if you don't have enough oxygen, can be rather deep to find the fragments on the bottom. So I suggest you come over to the island and just kind of browse around in the shallow areas of the thermal spires. So here we already have one piece. This is how one of the Seatruck fragments can look. There we are. And we're just going to keep swimming along and browsing the thermal spires here. And there we are. Here's another piece here. Looks the same as the last piece we got, so we'll grab this fragment. And there we are, 2 out of 3. And I'll just go down into the twisty bridges to kind of show you where they are down there. They are most likely going to be on the bottom or close to the bottom level, which can be anywhere from 150 to 200 meters deep. Here we do have one that's not so deep. We'll grab this one here to get our third piece. This is another visual for one of the fragments. And that's all we would need. We have the blueprint now, but here you can see the Seatrucks down here are at a depth of 150 meters at least. So in the beginning it's a little hard sometimes to come down and explore without running out of oxygen. But the thermal spires biome by the island edge does have a lot of good fragments in it that you can find, so it shouldn't take you very long to find the Seatruck. How to find the fragments for the Seatruck Fabricator and Storage Module. So for this we need to take our Seatruck to the deep twisty bridges biome and find 3 fragments of each kind to scan to obtain their blueprints. So I'm starting here at Delta Island with the Delta Station dock beacon. It is in a southern direction from your drop pod. And what I'm going to be doing is taking my Seatruck, which you will probably need a depth upgrade Mark 1 so that you can go down to 300 meters depth and enter the deep twisty bridges. So from the dock, I'm going to face directly northwest, and I'm going to travel 300 meters away from the Delta Station dock beacon. Alright, when you see this big loopy bridge here, you should be about 300 meters. Check. Yep, 300 meters away. So from here, what you want to do is descend down, and at 200 meter depth, we will find the deep twisty bridges entrance. What I've done is marked all of the modules that I have found, all of the fragments. So as you can see, the storage and the fabricator, there's quite a few down there. So all you need to do is go all the way down and find a couple. So you can bring your Seatruck down to about 300 meters. And then we're going to use our sea glide to go and collect some fragments. Here's our first storage. One of 3. Here's our second storage right beside it. There's quite a few pieces down here, I find. Go over here and grab a fabricator piece. They're all like within 50 meters of each other. There's a fabricator. A second fabricator piece for us. And I do suggest you watch out because there are squid sharks down here, and if you have a low enough health, they can swallow you whole. So that is something to be wary of. And there's our third Fabricator piece, so we now have the Fabricator Module. And here's two more storage pieces right beside each other. Oh, another thing to watch out is this guy, obviously. So there are spiky traps down here. Just be wary of those guys, of course, as well. And here's my last storage module fragment. And there we go. How to find the fragments for the Seatruck Sleeper module. So I'm starting here at Delta Island with the Delta Station Dock Beacon, which is to the south of your drop pod location. And what I'm going to be doing here is taking my Seatruck over to the Purple Vents biome to scan 3 fragments of the Sleeper modules. So I've marked the 5 fragments that you can find of Sleeper modules over in the Purple Vents, and what we want to do is from the dock put ourselves directly between northeast and east on our compass, and we're going to travel 400 meters away from the Delta Station Dock Beacon. You should see the ground drop down after this. And if we turn around and check, we are just about 400 meters away from the Delta Dock Beacon. So our first piece should actually be directly below you. So we're going to go scan that first one. There we are. And then your second piece is going to be down in the crevice right beside it. So we're going to go down there. Hopefully avoid this annoying guy. And scan our second piece. Okay, so you've got your first 2 pieces right here, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be looking southeast, and if you go a little bit further down along the crevice, you will find a third piece right here. And there we go. How to find the fragments for the Seatruck Aquarium module. So I'm starting here at Delta Island by the Delta Station Dock Beacon, which is to the south of your drop pod locations. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Seatruck to find 3 fragments to scan in the lily pad biome for the blueprint. So as you can see, I have put beacons by and marked all of the fragments that I found spread out throughout the biome. So there is quite a few out there to find at varying distances. So starting from the dock, I am actually going to go in a southeast direction, and it's going to be about 500 meters or so until we enter the lily pad biome. And another thing you are going to need is the Seatruck Depth Upgrade Mark 1, the one where you can go down to 300 meters so that you can do exploration easily. So here we go. I'm just going to stay close to the seafloor and descend as we go so that I can find the pieces right away. They are all basically sitting, we'll come down here and see one here right away. They're basically all sitting mostly on the top here. So this is our lily pad island biome. And once you're in here, they're going to be spread throughout the grass in different places. So let's grab this one here. So there's our first one, and it looks like there's another only 200 meters away there. Oh, it actually looks like we have one that is down here in the crevice crack. The majority, though, are up on the top in the grass. So let's go down and grab our second aquarium module fragment. So there we go. There's 2 already right at the right where the biome begins. And we're going to go a little further in and we shall find a few more here, it looks like. So basically just scan along the grass as you go and you should find the pieces hanging about. Here we are. Here's our 3rd already. So do watch out because there are squid sharks, I believe, in the area. And if you have low enough health, they can swallow you whole. So just be wary of those guys. Let's get our last piece here. And there we go. Seatruck Aquarium Module. How to find the Seatruck docking module. So you can hook the prawn up to the back for easy travel. So we're starting here at Delta Island with the Delta Station dock beacon to the south direction from your drop pod. And I am going to be going to the deep purple vents biome to find 3 fragments for the blueprint. Now the thing is, I marked a beacon at every single fragment I found down in the biome, and I only found 5. So this may take a little bit more searching to get your 3 fragments. But the biome is not super big, so you should be good. I am going to head direct east, and I also have the depth upgrade Mark 1, so I can go down to 300 meter depth. So heading east, I'm going to go 520 meters away from the Delta Station dock beacon. Right after this, the ground should drop off, and if we turn around a little bit further, and there we go. We're about 500 meters away, and as you can see, we are right above the large chasm. So what we're going to do is descend down into the deep purple vents biome. As we go down, we've got 1 piece in easy access right here, so we'll grab this one. First fragment scanned. So you just basically want to browse around on the shelves as you go down, these deep purple vent shelves. And you should find a few of the fragments hanging around.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Watch out your crush depth, but you should still be good for exploring. So let's get our second fragment here. There we go. So now we just need to grab 1 more. Let's travel over this direction. And here's our 3rd piece. Now, of course, it's a little easier for me because I have them marked, but the biome isn't that big. You guys should be good to find your 3 pieces as long as you have your Seatruck for some oxygen. And there we go. How to find the perimeter defense upgrade, which is extremely useful for dealing with leviathans in your Seatruck. So this one is actually pretty easy to get, but you do need to have gone to the Delta Island already and met a certain someone on there so that it gave you this beacon, the pilot last known position. So we're starting here from Delta Island with the Delta Station dock beacon, which is to the southern direction from your drop pod locations. And what we're going to be doing here from the dock is heading directly southeast, or towards the beacon basically. If you don't have the beacon, well, you need to have the beacon in order to access the area where the perimeter defense beacon is. And that is in a base down there. So we are going to be going about 665 meters away from the Delta Station dock beacon, down to a depth of 180 meters. And that is where that beacon location is. Now for this excursion, you will need the depth module upgrade Mark 1 so that you can go to at least 300 meters depth. Okay, driving there, or very, very solid stock. Alright, here we are at the pilot last known location. There we go, 673 meters, either or. So now we're going to be going down into the lily pad crevice here. So just go down a little bit and you're going to face yourself west into the tunnels. So we are going to be going into the tunnels, basically back towards your life pod beacon. Now as we go in, we are going to try to descend and keep west, northwest facing, because we're basically going to go down and slowly turn around, and then we will find the base down at the bottom here at about 300 meters depth. And here we are at 300 meters depth, and we have the base right down there. So I did say the depth upgrade Mark 1, you might need the Mark 2, I guess, if you actually want to bring the Seatruck down here, but you could make it here with the Mark 1. So this, if anyone doesn't know, is a base belonging to a certain someone that I don't really want to ruin it if you haven't been in here. So I'm just going to show you the location where to find this. And here we are. Right here on the table, directly inside of the base, there is the Seatruck Perimeter Defense Upgrade. So you're just going to pick that up, and now you have the blueprint as well as a module already made in order to blast the ever-living life out of all the Leviathans you encounter. How to get the horsepower upgrade fragments for the Seatruck. So we are starting here at Delta Island with the Delta Station dock beacon to the south of your life pod. And what we're going to be doing is heading to the lily pad crevice to find fragments in the sea monkey nests. So as of so far, I have tested and the fragments always spawn in the same nests in every file I've tried. This may change after full release, I'm not sure, but for now they spawn in the same places. So the horsepower has 3 nests in which the fragments spawn. You need to find and scan 2 of them. So from the Delta Station dock, we want to put ourselves directly between east and southeast. And we're going to be traveling about 700 meters away from the beacon, the Delta Station dock beacon, to a depth of about 150 meters. So we have 1, 2, and then over on the far side here is the 3rd nest. So we are heading for these 2 nests here. And here we are, if we look back for the Delta Station dock beacon, 700 meters away. And this is one of the holes that goes down into the lily pad crevice, one of the top hole entrances. So the first nest is actually directly below us. So if you go straight down, you'll find the first one. There we go. And then from here, we want to put ourselves facing southwest. And we're going to head this direction. And then we're going to be turning left right away, and we're going to go past this large root kelp here, going east. And the second nest is right up here on the ridge. And as you can see, the fragments, they just kind of look like Seatruck wreck pieces. So we'll scan that. And you would attain the blueprint. How to find the Afterburner upgrade for the Seatruck. So we are starting here at Delta Island with the Delta Station dock beacon. It is to the south of the drop pod locations. And what we are going to be doing is we are going to go to the lily pad crevice to find fragments in the sea monkey nests. I have tested in a few different files, and as of now, the fragments always spawn in the same nest locations, so this should take you directly to the fragments you need. I don't know if this will change after full release, but for now they are always the same. So from the dock here, we are going to position ourselves almost in the middle of east and southeast. What we're going to do is just a little bit to the right of the middle notch. So basically 2.5 notches to the left of southeast. And we are going to travel 650 meters away from the Delta Station dock beacon to a depth of 150 meters. I usually stick close to the sea floor so that it's easy to see the entrance when you get there. And here we are. So if we look back at the beacon, we are 650 meters away from it now, and we are right above a hole that leads down into the lily pad crevice. And the first nest we want is actually right below us. So descend and you will see these Seatruck wreck looking parts mixed in with the sea monkey nests. We're going to scan those to get an Afterburner upgrade. So there's 1 out of 2. So from this first nest, you want to put yourself facing southeast, 1 notch to the left of southeast. And we're going to travel over this direction, only about 50 meters. So go over the ridge and go straight down. And you will see our second nest right here. There we go. 2 out of 2 fragments scanned. I already have the Afterburner blueprint, but this is where you would obtain it otherwise. 2 fragments scanned. I hope this helps anybody who is looking for the Afterburner. As always, be kind, stay legendary, and may the Triforce always be with you. Hylian Mum out.